So not too long ago we did a video where I was showing you my lithium cells, the SPIM batteries, SPIM, whatever you want to call them, where I've been going through and individually charging each cell. So they are all at matched voltage, and I can start building a battery pack out of it. When we were going through that, we saw that the voltage reading on my BMAX i6, or what is iMAX B6, forgive me there, wasn't exactly the same voltage reading as what we were pulling from the battery. So it made me curious. What is the actual voltage range that, because we started the one battery and it was like 3.6 or 3.7 volts, something like that, I don't remember. Curious what that actually was. So had a moment, as you'll see the ever-changing stuff in the background, and you'll see that I've yet again changed the setup here as I work towards getting my ideal setup. But in the meantime, this is what we got, this is where we're at, and I was curious what our voltage was, so let's play with it. Let's see what we got. All right, so we're no longer down on the ground with the other batteries. Brought it up and changed our setup here with the supply battery a little bit. So basic rundown. I had this solar charge controller just laying around. I had that solar panel just laying around, and it's nothing special. It's I don't know, like 15 watts or 10 watts or something. And I was tired of having to, well, actually, I think in the previous video I had my bigger solar panel on this battery. That's currently being used on something else. It'll probably come back here soon, but for the time being it's not. And these parts were just laying around, and I didn't want to run off of my Safari LT running a battery charger to charge that, because that's just a lot of wasted inefficiencies. And I'm not able to charge these LiPo cells all the time. So there's, I'll get 2 or 3 done, and then this might sit for a couple days. So figured, why not throw this little panel on it and let it be producing power for us. I mean, free energy, right? Or, well, don't yell at me in the comments. I know there's no such thing as free energy, but it doesn't cost anything aside from our equipment. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set this cheap little voltmeter up on our battery cell, and then we're going to go ahead and monitor it side by side with the iMAX. So we can see, look at that, pushing buttons. So I'll go away for a second, get it all set up, and we'll be ready to just have a go at this. And there we are. So all I've done was I've taken my battery terminal clamps on my cell, and I've shoved the voltmeter probes right into the back of the handles. And that's giving us our current active voltage. We're sitting at 3.64, 3.63 volts. So let's go ahead and kick this on. 3.64. Okay. So I don't understand why there's this discrepancy here. I'm wondering if it could just be an issue with my connections on my terminals, the voltage discrepancy, or if maybe that's what the 4.14 is what the system's putting out, and the 3.84 is what the battery's actually at. But it seems to always be there, and I know that when I come back and check my batteries after the fact, they're always fully charged. So maybe that's what we'll go do, is we'll go look at one of the full charge cells I just pulled off and see what we've got. It's been resting for a couple minutes, so it might be a little bit below 4.2. They always seem to go down a little bit, but, well, especially right now it's cold, so these cells definitely seem to have a little bit more variance in the cold than they do when they're warm. So let's go take a look at another cell and see what we got. Alright guys, so here's my mess of cells. Got a whole bunch of them in here. There's 46 in here, plus however many I've got here. Just working on them as I have time. So I'm going to be going through and checking all of these, because this one came off of the charger, I don't know, maybe 6-7 hours ago, and we're at 4.12 volts steady. I know that they don't like to sit and hold at 4.2, at least in my experience. I don't know what the spec sheet says. Plus, these are all used batteries. So, as I said before in a previous video, I am not going to be running these things to full capacity. I'm not going to charge them up to 4.2 regularly, or drain them down to, I think it's 2.5 is their voltage range. My target was going to probably be between 3 and 3.8, 3.9 or so. So, I mean, I know that I lose a lot of potential capacity, but like I said, I got a screaming deal on these batteries, so I don't really care if they are as efficient as they can be. And who knows, if I like them, they perform well, and I'm ready to do my BMS, then maybe at that point, once I've had some time and experience playing with them and I'm ready to set up my BMS, maybe then I will consider pushing them a little bit harder, trying to get a little bit more out of them. But honestly, depending on how things go over the next several months, I might just be moving away from these things entirely. And these might just become available for somebody if they're interested in them, or get put up for sale, or who knows, maybe I'll just keep them around for a side project here or there or whatever. They're great for putting out a ton of power fast, but that's not the setup I'm intending to use them for. I'm planning on using them for solar, so they're going to be kind of a lower draw application, and yeah, they just, we'll see how it goes. It's too early to say, and I'll take you guys along for the journey, and we'll see what kind of fun we have with them. Alright guys, for now, that's it. We'll catch you soon.